ekyo kyo tetukinaako buzibu kubanga the district security committee resolved that issue.
Okay.
We are speaking about the other 1,200 acres.
Echa 1,000 something acres chemugamba agirechi aliveko lyonna
because yali yingira.
Wait. Despite the arguments he has.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And ekyokusatu kibadde ki? Kibadde
tuyingire ettaka lyaffe.
Mwagala immediately ne of course kiyinza obutawa immediately. Naye kati njagala twabaddewo ekyokusatu. Kyabadde ekyokusatu nti mwogera family kati ng'omuntu omu naye nga byomwogera byonna tulina okubitwala okuba confirmed by the administrator general kuba netugana tujja bayamba mwekyo kati ekyo netukisooka netukikiriziga ffena kubanga tewali kati administrator we estate ekyokubiri nga as negotiated by the administration nejjako liba squatters ekyo nakyo mukikiriza ekyokusatu brigadier general ali ku ttaka kati of course terms tetuyinza kuziwulira zonna wantu tujja kufuna ekiteeke naye in principle mwagala aveeko.
Yes.
Okay, ekyo mwogedde mu principle. What about ekirala? Isn't that so?
No, ettaka eryo honorable minister.
Okay, kati lino kati biri ebibiri bituufu byonna mubikiriza
biri ebibiri bituufu
kati kino proposals kyoliyo gw'ogamba nti aveeko anti ogambye okuvaako kuyinza obutaba with immediate effect naye n'okudenyinga access to our land is eyinza okubanga as a proposal you want to access
yes
nagenda kukiddamu access naye will be access before kubanga kuyinza okubanga bwogambye alinako ente oba simanyi ogambye bisatu
close to that
close to 300 ne okuziprotectinga nakina kyabantu banayingira ne bazitwala betugamba kino muyingire abantu mulega yingira oba kyemusaba protection ebeerewo aweebwe family people abagala ogendayo bwebalaba akantu bakirizibwa ne bagenda wekya common good omusajja alina ku ssente mugakola oluguudo ayinza okwati okweyama nti anaalukola kugamba njagala a win-win situation ebeerewo
win-win eyo honorable minister tegenda kubeerawo ng'omwami oyo yali ku ttaka lyaffe
anti agenda kuvaako kubanga tatwalanga ownership ya ttaka
perfect
agambye liizi ya myaka sub-lease simu lawyer ekigambo kiri kizibuzibu naye alinako emyaka 10 gye yakiriziganyirako yakalyako ena
naye mu bumenyi bw'amateeka
wulira twojja kwogera oba oliawo zikane wansi okuva ku myaka egyo omukaaga kati egisigaddeyo n'agamba nti kale olw'ebirungi bwa byonna wabeeyo omwaka gumu mu mwaka ogumu oyo twagala bwe bati access to land ate naawe njagala otubulire ddala zonna 10 oziriko tewaliko paati eriwo gye bayinzaawo kugamba bye twagala proposals way forward kakati omukiriza yogere kati toyagala mutunulira nga statement gyanakola nga he was leading them into criminal activities then you arrest him and charge him but for goodness sake wherever he is get him and please give us a report afterwards.
So mama ebyo byogamba nti I'm renting, I'm stopping people nagambye I only leased 700. The land is 1,235. You are free to come and use your land. It's up to get organized and share even and say
kati sebo nkulagira mubinza president weyamba no an interim period and then you said there's a court order for distribution of estate.
Yes.
And if it is there, then we just the journey is shorter. We just submit it to the administrator general and distribute the estate. And what else you want?
You see, when you...
But also there are these your other land. This distribution by Administrator General, it will not be for only this fund, it is for the entire estate. Even where you are saying some individuals taking it who happen to be an army person. But in Jagubategeza Banai, Nze naliwo mu kiseera kya kino ekyalwanirwa kyali kibi nnyo ng'oli bw'abeera nga w'amagye olwo nga buli muntu yenna ajja kuba ng'abonaabona bonyi kumukuba was alone itself. Ekyo kye kyatwalwanyisa era ekyo kye kitugambisa nti UPDF yo yanjawulo kyova olaba nti no mu COVID abantu baagana poliisi ku road blocks baagala nti fagala UPDA saagala ate tube wano ng'ate tugamba nti ate kati UPDA gye tulina wano ate era kakati ekola bimu kubanga ow'amagye tekyandibadde even an issue nti ow'amagye oba oliawo ssebo wandize ng'oyambadde na civilian mu kintu nga kino ne tutalowooza nti no we are threatened. Naye we are not threatened. Omusajja nkabasomedde wano command of UPDF is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kati atambula buli wantu. Lwaki atambula ng'anoonya akalunga yenna nnyini magye gonna? Mulowooza ono omusajja omu gwe tuba tutya? Olowooza tetuyinza genda yenkya ne tukuba kokola ne tugamba oli omusajja muggyemu? Mulowooza this is civilian administration. They are submitting to the civilian administration. President Museveni kati anoonya kalulu. Si yakulembera olutalo luno. Bwe yajja mu Kampala yanoonyawo kalulu. He seized power. Then he went through the process of now doing what? Of constitutionalism. Ebyambalo n'abijjako n'assaako ekkanzu kati anoonya kalulu. It is civilian authority. Nobody should be threatened by the uniform. And nobody can threaten anybody. Apart from even me. Nagambye oli omusajja is a major general namugambye nti wanonze bwe nkubako mpulira nga omukolo gunuma kubanga zina steel wano. Naye steel yange eri wano si yeeyo eyitibwamu essasi lino erya bulijjo. Essasi eriyitamu lirikwata omutima ge mazima. Nze amazima ago ge kyenva nzija wano nga nkimanyi nti automatism si nyangu. Compromise gye tutambuliramu mu nsi. Kati mbadde saagala kugamba omusirikale aze wali, omusirikale agudde wali. Abo tuba twonoonye gye bwe baba bakikoze mutuwa amanyi enkya tujja kukonkonewa. Nze buli Monday ntuula naye mu cabinet. I can anytime lift my hand and say mbadde eno gundi ono ajja kuwa orders butereevu. Lwaki yava yali mu State House najja ekibuga n'atuyita n'akwata n'alagira okukwata. Kulagira kulumirwa bwantu ye alumirwa bwantu. Nze nandizenga ne tula wano nandisidageyo mu office yange n'ensaako air conditioner. But I'm here on his orders and directive. She's here from his office. So we are here to resolve this thing, not because he's in an army uniform or not here. In my cabinet we have 4 generals there. Ntula wano ne General Mbadi. He normally sits next to me. Mbadde Kasese nga solving a problem zaabwe z'ettaka. Tulina General Mugisha, tulina General Ani Katumba Wamala, tulinayo ne General Muyamu, General Moses ali wali. Bonna tutula nabo. So twagala mirembe kale. Era kati abagenda banoonya kalulu. So wano we njagala peaceful resolution today. Kakati mama ekisooka ekyokubiri tewali alina buyinza tokikiriza. Naye oleseemu order ya kooti. Bwebanga kooti nga order eyo eri bweba yaggwako we can only renew it. Submit it to the administrative order weri which orders distribute. This can be done as soon as possible. You bring in all those court cases, Administrator General yabayita, we resolve that. Ekyo nekiggwayo eno piri ono ajja wano. That's no problem. Temutulina wano nti olwokuba ndi wano bwenti. I'm government now as I stand here. Kyenayogera kyensalawo President Museveni aba akisazeewo bonna we bakisazeewo. I'm not here on a joking matter. Sazze wano enjala n'ennuma okuva enkya kutuuka wano kujja wano kuzanyazanya kusekaaseka. Sina gwe mmanyi wano. Naye nzize to solve a fundamental matter of the state. Wano tuveewo nga waliwo emirembe.
Kakati Honorable Minister, ku nsonga y'okugamba mbu omwami oyo asigaze iko 7.
Tetugambye senga mbadde mulya bulungi yang agambye first of all agambye yayamba okumi takiri. Takiri means right. N'agamba ono yamuwa sabulizi.
Tugitunuleko
awulira n'amugamba nti yamuwa sabulizi ya myaka 10 yakali akena. You see, that is his statement. The proposal which has come here is that sabulizi ejja kati kuleetebwa mu komiti k'engambye kabeewo wano nono nga kakuliwo. Are these terms acceptable oba tuzikyusaamu oba tuzigattamu? Kubanga saagala kati from now onwards kuba ente ezo zijjemu.
Nedda sebo.
Kyembadde ngamba nti kati wano wenyimiridde njagala principle gye tuba tukkiriziganyaamu. The principle nti oba okiyise sabuliizi oba liizi oba kubeerawo oba kiki kati tekiri mu mateeka. Naye mu kukkiriziganya tujja twagala tutuule tusalewo taamuzi ki oyogedde ku bino ebya sente zino zonna zifunibwa ezo taamuzi ze tunaamuwa oba tunaazikendaaza mu kukkaanya tukikkiriziganya mu mirembe tugende mu maaso. Nti obadde naye emyaka eno ofunye sente nnyingi nnyo bwe tubala kola oluguudo tetujja ffe kuba eno gundi eno gye cost ey'okusalawo olw'omusanvu tetulukuwadde. Ogenda dubalawo myanga bw'onoonya wawulaga sente zizino z'ogenda okutusasula. Ekyo sigamba nti bwe kiba naye kiŋŋamba nti ezo proposals zonna zenjagala aveeko ku ttaka at the end. Ekyo si kyange, ekyo kyammwe. And ayinza okunegotiatinga extension, ayinza okunegotiate purchase. Ebyo byonna bijja kujja 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, a long time. What I want here is to go with a package of peace. Kyekyo. As government, standing here as government, ekijja okuba enforced. Omwami oyo n'obadde ayambadde uniform, but you submit to civilian authority.
Tweyanziza mbogambye they are all proposals. Tewali kyebagezako tukaka mboba kino mugende na kino oba ki, they are all proposals. Naffe we are open to negotiation, and because for the sake of peace we can find a win-win situation for everyone. But we need to put this win-win. We don't need to leave it open and hanging.
No.
We need to cage it. If it is a window, if it is putting a timeline under which we are going to work, and in a specified period of time, who is guiding us, how do we move, at least we need to go away with that. If we are to arrive at a win-win situation.
Make a proposal.
Because
I'm proposing tutandikire ku 10 years jarina. As what is on the table.
No.
Let me say, let me tell you, nze ndi musajja wa World Bank. I'm a World Bank consultant. Negotiations. Otandikane what? Maximum position. Bwerema n'ogenda ku compromise position. Bwerema n'ogenda ku walk away position. Kakati nse mbagambye omusajja ayimiridde wano agambye alina from a previous administration an occupational an understanding to allow him 10 years. Look here. It is there.
True. Should we consider
so
that?
What I'm saying, you see, gugama kumenya wa mateka kubanga akyogedde. Nze munnamateeka of international repute. Boyingira in a certain arrangement. No gikolerako. You are stopped by law from changing. That thing became legal. Temala gogera yogera mateeka ge mutamanyi. You are stopped. Omusajja ne mukkiriza ng'oli administration yali aliwo. Naleeta ente eze 7 bameka. Toyinza kuva ino ogamba nti nolwekinawo kubanga ffe tetwakkiriza. No! There's a principle of estoppel. Tuli bantu. N'okubadde nga tebyaliwo tuzze wano okutegeeragana. ebibi byonna ebingi bikusonyibwa toyagamba nti kati njagala ngende kati bwengenda wano ntwali wali nedda ekyo yosi gavumenti oba nekkone naye twakkiriziganya naye ne tufuna agreement lwaki kino tekikkiriziganya omusajja ali wano mu maaso gaffe biri ebibi byonna byagambye nti bino byonna bigwewo nange kyenkugamba you do what is practical ze siina kati machines wano ezigenda ngende wali nyimirire wali bakube nti bazigyewo yes nakikola bwe nali eri Untold but that situation was different you remember I had a court order there oli yali abadde naye for a long time na court order mugamba toleeta kuno nte ye n'azireeta in breach of the court order kakati tuzize wano oli musajja muzibu nnyo ekyo tukitegedde takyaliko buyinza obuzibu bwe bwonna kati byenkana nkammwe ono oli omuzibu yamusaako naye alinako ebiriko nze ngamba wano tutereeze ekintu where you come to me newe naba siri mu office to be there it will be impossible and you know what I do sebo mumanyi kyenkola mbiwandiika nga nzizeeyo bwe nti ne ngamba nti execute these guys they will execute enkyano mwali mu office oba bali wano next day bajja kubali Untold waliwo ne aladisali aliwa eno kiboga oyo haji nasoka kola namusanga kyotera nga tukola naye ku byasangubbe natuyamba next time we namusanga wa kayunga ngali kati namusanze kibuga kati bano njaba samba ali wano bajja abalala bajja kuba ni document eri I thought what you would insist make sure that I put it in writing and it comes
kakati honorable minister mukulu waffe oyo mulaba oyo chairman kabeko byakunyonnyola kubanga looks like I'm
no I wanted to reduce your proposals in one too simple language era yona tewali agaana kati nteba squatters babeereyo tewali kigaana ekyo is law it's a question of law ekyokubiri tewali agaana tewakyali acha alina bubunyanyizibwa ku estate eyo that's a fact ekyokusatu yika lusambu you listen. I'm not here to say what you want over what he wants. I'm here to say what is law and what is practical. And manya kinayingira nenangira kyekijjokola kubanga ndi government nga ntudde wano so wandibadde onkwata bulungi nemba nga nangirira ekyo ekiri practical ekigendako in your favor ati tonjiwa ku ludda ate onalangirira ekirala. I've come here for peace and for settlement. So what I'm saying, toiza government ino government ya Idi Amin binabi yakola biveko loko empyezeyo waba oli go notice nigamba tukyusiza ebirala bisigaddewo agreement yobote constitution ya 67 yakola okutusa 95 bina byasige toiza ganti kyona kye yakola kiri okuba waliwo kyenyi waba all the interim measures negotiations and what kikyuke kifuuke ku kiri tewonza gama omuganda gamba nti akugoba tabulwa kyakusuuza something has to go and then we reach a settlement kati wano I've gone through step by step mugenze a big step to agree with the President Museveni's directive nti ani kibanja holder takwatibwako ne mukkiriziganya nga administrator kyebakola ekyo ne kivaako I've ticked it here netukkiriziganya by law tewali administrator kati njagala okubagamba mu mateeka mugende wonna oba mugende mu constitutional court ekintu kyonna ekikkirizibwa nga oli akyalina amateeka kiba kituufu mateeka temugamba nti olwokuba ineweddeyo n'olwekyo ekyo tekiriiwo mateeka wegesoma waakyo ate ne bwaba nga teyali mateeka naye nga yakussa mu situation n'ogibeerako to change you can't change it to his detriment. It is called estoppel. You are estopped. That is the law. N'ekyo toyinza gamba nti kyeyakola nakyo kifu si kifu kubanga oli yalina letters of administration. That's a question of law nange siyinza kikyusaamu toyinza kigaana kikunyiga kikukoze bubi naye eryo etteeka bwe ligamba yalina obuyinza yabikozesa toyinza nti byonna bye yakola cases yali mu court ezo zonna teyandizidefendinze ku kiki. No, this is a situation now on the ground. That's the question of law. Is it true? But what we are saying, does it continue as it for 10 years? That is what must be negotiated.
Thank you.
Atechirala the 700 acres ziri mukimuliza government eyagala tamizazo zimujja kali yagala kati ntule wano nsome terms.
Nedda honorable minister, yes. Nedda. Those
terms are going to be negotiated. And I've entrusted her to do that. Number ekidirira 700 acres ezalina ani RDC bano tugenda bagamba bagirize ki with your representative who come through the meeting azabetizezo nga ziriko tamuli then ziye zisigaddeyo zonna oba okozesa court order ne bagigaba ne muligaba that's up to you.
Anti neryo lusanvu liri part of the land eriri mu consent judgment.
The thing is tofuna bintu tibiriko caveated whatever it is.
Iriko ne caveat.
Kakati laba kyengamba the entire what you are saying now. The entire will be distributed, but part of it is encumbered with the leasehold. So ono alifunye okulifuna physically nga encumbrance eri evuddeko eri yagundi yali zijalina tekimuganda kufuna is not owning, is not proprietor. He is a leaseholder over licensee, over meter invitee, or whatever it is. For that period of time, or a shorter or longer period, as you negotiate. Odia gamba kino kikyo nekyo ina kiri nkambad eri enaka neri that enetaka limu conceding didi ogende constitution yino 138 kanji kusomere bwe gamba 237 subtopic egamba echa upon coming into force of this constitution and until parliament enacts approval of the law under clause 9 of this, the lawful and bona fide occupants of Mairo, leasehold, freehold, and shall enjoy security of occupation. Orine ekyapa kyo, ne ku kyapa kyo kiri encumbered by a legal or bona fide occupant. Tojja mukwatako. Ngologama nti kizirigo. The law must be followed. Awunkugalidinze mu mateeka. So this thing of saying it, oligwa mbamugamba ati munnaffe watukola bubi nnyo n'oyingira mu ndagaano nga totugambye tewali kiteeka ligamba nti administrator if for example you have 50 children ajja genda mwena mufunenga consent bwe bamulabanga kyakola si kituufu etteeka ligamba ogenda mu kooti n'ogamba kooti nti withdraw that what mugisazeemu kooti negisazaamu. You didn't go.
We went to court. We went to court okusaza court ya ruling anegamba mbu consent judgment je tuina nga family ya resolving ki estate yonna. So tewakyaliwo kyakola kya ku administering. So there is no need for even because twasaba basazeemu tamu ye administratorship tulonde ne ba administrator bapya. Nedda
Chembade ngamba the moment he had letters of administration which were not cancelled. So there is an order ordering the holder of the letters of administration to distribute.
That one we have understood, Honorable Minister.
If he refused, then apply for the cancellation.
Honorable Minister.
You see, abantu abamu tebafuna proper legal advice. Ndozolayo musomye ani omukyala mukulu nnyo ani Grace Kabayo muntu mukulu nnyo mu ggwanga lino I directed nti ettaka lyo balisazeemu agabana asigazeeko 2 oli atwale 4. kiri mawulire agaliro ga vision. Omukyala Kabaya agamba nti agreement eno ono egamba nti anasala muno naye nali ngamba wali awatali wakube. It is truth which set what has brought land issues to where they are for the last 100 years. Because all these things started in 1900 agreement when our fellow here, Ugandans, gave away our land. We who had no land issues, the greed took away, because after Apollo Kagua and their group joined the British to overthrow our kings, Mwanga and Kavaliga, they should have now sat down and agreed on land for all the citizens. The last writing I read that in Uganda alone, because that's where it all started, then which was 3 counties became 20 counties, and land was now divided among them. Just that portion which were divided among those almost 300 people, it would have been enough for every citizen of Uganda at that time, which was 2 million. Everyone would have gotten at least 100 acres. Just that portion. But greed, somebody went away with 200 acres, 200 square miles, one individual. Daudicho had 200 square miles. Today they are fighting for the small square miles at Kazi. Apollo Kagua had 320 square miles. The other day I was talking with a fellow lawyer. They were selling some little decimals. Petrol station wants to put it there, and then the family, they all came running. And you know, the man has about to descend, and so about 400 now, 500 came fighting for that little portion. What I'm saying, it doesn't last. Things got illegally, things got out of untruthful. They don't last. In the argument, I was talking before she died, Mrs. Park, she said Milo was a curse. When you trace families, whoever got Milo is cursed. Take them everywhere. Everywhere there are those, it is a curse only. Disciplining my remarks are very important for us to realize, because those of you who read my article, I think Thursday last week, you see how public land has evolved from 1900 agreement. I give out this information because this is the power. And particularly I thank the President for giving me this talk, because land is the most important. It's the only thing we have. I was telling people the other day that, have you seen a will where the father or whoever is willing is giving away watches and clothes and maybe mobile? They give away land. It is the only valuable thing which remains. Which the Echibanja holder has nothing but that land. There's his house, his livelihood, his burial place, his inheritance for generations to come. If children lose hope and things hit him in the city, they come back on that Chibanja. That's where they are. And you evict them, where have they gone? These are the things we are setting out to resolve. And they are not, they may not be resolved in a very short time, because I think we have been with it for now 120 years, from 1900 to where we are. The Mzungu tried to resolve what he had craved. So sometimes I go around with it and read it. No eviction. This is 28th, February 20. No eviction. That is the president using his authority under Article 98, Sub-Article 1, and 99, Sub-Article 1 also. Exercising his powers to ensure good governance and protect the Constitution, the president directed that no eviction should be allowed to take place in a district without the consent and direct observation of the District Security Committee, DSC, chaired by the resident district commissioners, or resident city commissioners, RDCs, stroke RCC, and direct consultation with the Minister of Lands. If this is not done and illegal evictions go ahead, the members of the District Security Committee will all be held responsible and action will be taken against them. This, however, excludes the UPDF representatives who may not be in the know of the substance of the issues involved. You see, this is His Excellency the President, the owner of all authority. This one, let him also read it to you. You may not have opportunity. It's rare to have a professor giving free advice, free information like that. I want you to know it today. Article 98, there shall be a president of Uganda who shall be the head of state, head of government, commander-in-chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, and fountain of honor. There's nobody else who can give a fountain of honor except the president. So all those traditional leaders who appoint Abami Abasasa, Muad, Abami Abamagombora, Mbawad, he has no fountain. There's the only power to appoint is from the president. There's no power. Nobody else can appoint a minister. I know traditional rulers come and say, minister of what? Minister of what? That's nothing. Now that I jump to it, and you are before me, you read Article 241. The truth makes you always free to defense and national security. What I want you, because also the family of the late state, and I'll read it without and it is from there that we got the letter and the institution. Now, the petition was not sent to me. It was initially sent to the State House and eventually handed over to the senior assistant to special duties to His Excellency the President after it had been submitted there. And this one was submitted by 23 members of the family. I'm reading their names, only that the first name here, I think the photocopier left it out. You will know that you have been left out. But number 2 is Mukuru Abraham. Number 3 is Katusabe Amos. Number 4 is Buswa Joshua. Number 5 is Agaba Christy. Number 6 is Musinguzi Peter. Number 7 is Jandra Judith. Number 8, Murindwa Yeremia. Number 9, Kusemererwa Beatrice. Number 10, Muganyizi Mashiti. Number 11, Tibagambwa Toms. Number 12, Kimahe Florence. Number 13, Agonza Harriet. Number 14, Kiza Monique. Number 15, Mbabazi Marion. Number 16, Kyakwaile Regan. 17, Biamukama N. Kenneth. 18, Kwikiriza Daphne. 19, Akuguziwe Susan. Number 20, Kausinge Edina. 21, Kwikiriza Isaac. 22, Mbabazi Oliver. 23, Murungi Peter Ketra. Care of mobile numbers are given there. So I have to. Is there a lie about those names? Okay. Now, the heading is Complaint Against Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Akankunda, Captain Rogers Kanamaji, Lieutenant Kandore and others for unlawful evictions, land grabbing, threatening violence, trespass, malicious damage, and persecution and abuse of fundamental human rights and freedoms, professional misconduct, unlawful and illegal deployment, misuse, abuse of UPDF military hardware, mayhem and insecurity. This is the subject of the complaint. Where I got, I'm told Kigwarero, and we all want it to Kigwarero. Yesu yagamba oli eri ku musalaba, oli amugamba nti bwe tulituuka mu bwakabaka bwo onzijukiranga. Yesu n'agamba nti nedda, today, tonight, ojja kuba nange mbwakabaka. So today kino kirina okuggwa leero general. Njala tuva wano tugende mu bantu bagambe nti okwawukana kuweeyirewo okukiziganya kutandise. Now this is what they accuse you, sir. We akuhe Samuel. Akuha Samuel. Mukulu Abraham. Katusabe Amos. Buswa Joshua. Agawa Christine. Musinguzi Peter. Nyandera Judith. Mulindwa Jeremiah. Kusemererwa Beatrice. Muganyizi Mashitaive. Tibigambwa Tons. Kamawe Florence. Agonzi and Harriet. Kiza B. Monica Babas. Murunji Ketra. Do hereby lodge this complaint and petition your good office and state as follows. Mazima gaba follow wedembe bwembanga mwali mbaka stab bali wano. Your petitioners are male and female adults, law-abiding Ugandan citizens, resident of Kigobya, Hoima district. Your petitioners are biological children and beneficiaries to the estate of their late biological father, Tito Rucharekere Byangire, deceased, formerly Kigorobya, Hoima district. That our late father, Tito Rucharekere Byangire, died intestate and left intestate, he didn't leave a will, and left behind an estate inclusive of a registered land comprising LRV 164 folio 2 plot 38 Bugahia block 9 measuring approximately 92625 hectares of land. A copy of the certificate of title was attached here. It is here. Big land. 5. Now, however, Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Akankunda, Captain Rogers Karamaji, Lieutenant Kandori and others, in connivance with one Asimwe Moses, who I understand is not here. Oh, you are the one. Okay, now we're here. Whatever is hidden, you know my pastor, I've been preaching since I was 13. So when I keep whatever is hidden shall do what? Shall be hidden. I mean shall be. So ebikogedwaho nga si bituufu ojja kuba ne opportunity okuddamu. 9. That your petitioners rightly believe that Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Kankunda, Captain Rogers Karamaji, and Lieutenant Kandore and Private Freedom are serving military officers of Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF, with no rights whatsoever to misuse, abuse, misbehave, torture, assault, threaten, grab, cause unlawful eviction, deny your petitioners fundamental human rights and freedom guaranteed under laws of Uganda, as complained herein above. 10. That indeed Uganda Defense Forces, UPDF, has constitutional legal mandate obligation to protect Ugandans and their properties and not to abet constitutional abuses unjustifiably, as complained herein above. That your petitioners have insensately complained about Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Kanduka, Captain Rogers Karamaji, Lieutenant Kandore, and Private Freedom, and their accomplices, illegal abuse and misuse of UPDF military hardware, weapons and uniform illegally against your petitioners before Hoima district apparatus without success. As a result, your petitioners hereby petition your good office to immediately intervene and restrain Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Kankunda, Captain Roses Karamaji, Lieutenant Kandori, and Freedom, Private Freedom, in connivance with Asimwe Moses, from causing further mayhem, injustice, intermeddling, unlawful evictions, land grabbing, deny your petition fundamental and constitutional human rights, and freedom to own and enjoy their private property. Your petitioners further invite your good office to investigate the character and misuse, and abuses caused by Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Akantunda, Captain Rogers Karamaji, Lieutenant Kando, and Private Freedom in connivance with Asime Moses in the above matter, thereby apprehend, prosecute, and discipline them for illegal and unlawful deployment of UPDF officers and military hardware, weapons, and uniforms against private Ugandan citizens in order to protect the image of UPDF and Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency Kaguta Yoweri Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and NRM government programs against the said land grabbers under the cover of UPDF. Your petitioners reiterate that their safety, security, lives, and properties are at risk and danger of being exterminated prematurely due to misbehaviors, intimidations, illegal and unlawful actions of Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Akanduha Akankunda, Captain Rogers Karamaji, Lieutenant Kandole, and Private Freedom in connivance with Asime Rogers, who are serving under the mighty Uganda People's Defense Forces. So a few of them signed, not all the 23 signed, on the 5th day of March 2025. Faithfully, those who signed, Akuha Samuel, Mukuru Abraham, Katsabe Amos, Uswa Joshua. CC Commander of the Armed Forces, CDF, Uganda People's Defense Forces, Inspector General of Police. And this petition was passed over, went to State House, was passed over to our office, who did investigations, and they will tell us, and maybe talk about them. So after her investigations, we had a meeting, and I issued, but one of the family members, this is called who? He signed Asime Moses Yanjire, family chairperson. Oh, you are serious? You are Yanjire? Asime, oh, you are yeah, you wrote to me on dated 10th July 2025, and you sought, okay, let me read the whole letter. Amazimagat full of it. This is what you wrote, sir. Reference is made, sometimes I cannot read without these glasses. Reference is made to your letter, which was dated 2nd July 2025, about the 4 petitioners, but as I say, the 4 signed, but there were 23. About the 4 petitions concerning Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Kankunda, Captain Rogers Karamaji, Lieutenant Kandole, and others. I am the chairperson of the 2 committees that were left in the will of our late father to especially cater for the young children, many of whom were underage and in school. I want to categorically state as follows: that the 4 petitioners are part of the children and beneficiaries of the late Tito Biangire's estate. But at the same time, the 4 have never, at any one time, made use of the said land, let alone having any form of structure or made any development there, other than the old cattle dip structure that was built by the owner before he died. How then were the petitioners evicted and their property maliciously damaged as they falsely allege? The land in question still has a number of high court cases yet to be resolved. For instance, civil suit number 36 of 2020 in the High Court Family Division. The truth The 4 petitioners out of over 30 children are being misguided by third parties whose ultra motives is to grab our family land and leave the family disorganized. One such a person is Kiza Nathan, a well-known land dealer with a lot of question marks both in Hoima and Chikube districts. It is true that the brigadier uses part of the land for grazing his animals on terms and conditions that were mutually agreed on by both parties. At the same time, a family meeting has been organized by the regional community liaison police officer to be held on Saturday, 12th of July 2025 at 10 a.m. at the regional offices. I would therefore implore your office to first hold the planned visit and allow the family to discuss and forge a way forward, as this approach may bring about family cohesion and resilience. I thank you. Signed, Asimwe Moses Bianjire family. And we gave copy to Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Minister for Presidents, Minister for Defense, Inspector General of Police, Brigadier General Isoke, Head State House Anti-Corruption Unit, Major General Stephen Mugerwa, Commander First Division Kakiri Wakiso, Madam Fiona Barundi, Senior Special Assistant, Special Duties, DPC Hoima District, DISO Hoima District, all family members. Sebo naye ate tuze obadde otuganye tetujja naye ate tuze naye ojja kutunyonyera kati kasa tuli wano fena bwe tuli enjawukana zijja kuggwa obumu bujje abantu bonna bebeere mulembe. Nze bwe nafuna bino nga tumaze okukkaanya with various kwe kuwandika ebbaluwa eno yeno gye wali oŋŋambye nti wandisoose n'oleka n'otojja nga 15 Tuesday naye nga bw'olaba gye tuli wano. And I wrote that these are very serious allegations involving our military and touching on the very purpose of government, which is to protect life and property of citizens. It connotes a breakdown of law and order, which situation must be investigated and its truth or falsehood found, exposed and addressed. I have therefore found it imperative to conduct a locus encore visit on the subject land settled for today. And I requested the RDC to put in place all necessary arrangements and mobilize all RCC leadership, opinion leaders, and wananchi, as I also use the occasion to sensitize the population on their land constitutional rights and presidential directives on land matters. But I said wananchi, but you said the first thing is the issues here. And we agreed before we come that we sit first. Whatever differences we have, see that we can settle them. When we go to meet the wananchi, I will only deliver to them what has been agreed and then teach them about their fundamental rights and presidential directives on land. So this is fundamentally why we came here, to find out the truth. There cannot be smoke without fire. If it is just smoke and fire hasn't come, we let it go. If it was a lies about others, can settle to be here, security or here, all the big names are here, and the entire family is here. Now, Madam Fiona, we requested you to make investigations on this petition. After we talked, we shall see how we proceed to make sure that I heard the RDC in his speech. He said you also were meeting and there are some proposals you had put on the ground for finally and conclusively resolving the matter. I heard you when you said, let the family get settled first before you come. But you are here, the family is here. things have spilled out of the bedroom and your sitting room. They are now out there. We are all saying that a man of the general's character is doing this. It is going to be settled here today. Now, you know, protocol, ensobera wemba muyita. Kubanga ono wa State House. Wamala gagwa. Ebintu tubiwulira mpola. Kyokka nga kubanga njagala RDC also atubuulireyo negotiations yabadde akola ne family. Then I will ask him, then I will ask General, then the other family members shall hear. But I want to ask, because I read clearly, I was saying the family, who has now the current letters of administration? What were letters of valid letters of administration? There's an application, but there's nobody with letters of administration. And what happens when there are no letters of application? Who is managing the estate?
Honorable Minister, twatula nga family nekulondawo committee. There is a committee now managing.
Mwagoberera tteeka ki? Okay. Kale kyenvali njagala okugamba tino etteeka lya Administrator General, there's an Administrator General's Act. Ligamba nti Administrator General yeyekka omuntu yenna nga afudde mu Uganda ng'alina ebintu property especially land, ettaka eryo estate erina kuba administered by the Administrator General. Omuntu yenna bw'agi administering nga talina si Administrator General abaziza a Criminal Act era akwatibwa n'avunaanibwa. So kyovula nti okufa kwonna n'okuba reported, then Administrator General n'abanga authorizing somebody, kubanga Administrator General talina capacity administering all estates in Uganda ng'etteeka bwe limugamba. Kati kyakola ayita family n'amagamba nti kumwe mulimu ayinza gwe mukkiriza okwadministralinga estate eno, bwe muba mukkiriziganya yenna ng'amuwa leeta eyo gye bayita letter of no objection. Ebbaluwa eyo gy'atwala mu kooti, n'aggulawo fayiro ya kooti, eyo ebbaluwa is the fundamental document there, nga then kigenda mu mawulire, whoever raises objection, waliwo an objection, wabawo trial, either objection eyo never sustained oba nekkirizibwa netekkirizibwa, then letters of administration are given to that. Kakati bw'oba tewali mwandibadde temwandisoose kudduka agenda wa Administrator General for the time being to be administering as they pursue the letters of administration. Otherwise, kyemukola kiyinza okuyiika. But still, given that we shall still help you, even in getting letters of administration, we shall help you. The family, the Administrator General is a phone call away, and he can rectify whatever is being done if it is being done in an equitable manner. Kakati wetwogerera wano tewali alina letters of administration. Waliwo committee nkusaba ojja bayambako committee eyo ebenga eba reported to Administrator General. Amanye nti waliwo committee kati etambuza ebintu. So proper person ayinza okuyimuka distributing ebintu n'agaba ebintu taliwo. But waliwo a committee ne family gye tuyinza okwogera nako. Ekitegeeza nti meetings, senior special advisor to the HE special duties erakola ziri legitimate n'ebyo byasazibwako zezajja mu office yange. Manya amateeka era nakubira Administrator General who is now the acting, Oli Gundi, Ani Kaboyu. Kaboyu is now a judge. Kati ono aliwo ani linyagira bideka. I called him. There's another gentleman. Anyway, whoever it is in that office, maybe at that particular time, that one is aware of the committee and whatever is happening. But what I advise you, as we are going to agree today, we must make sure that what we agree is, first of all, in equity. Equity kitegeeza buli muntu akiwudde buli alina objection ekkirizibwa nti ekintu ekigenza wamu. We sometimes call it justice, equity, and good conscience, and is not contrary to the Constitution. Binjagala bitambule. His Excellency the President, through her and through me, ekintu yakituusa at that level. Conclusion ye gyatu eri mu report gyetuwa. It recognized that General Nabasa ali ku ttaka waliwo n'enteezi. Naye aliwo anajja kwogera. Ngamina Bayibuli nze ngimanyi nnyo. Oli bamutuuka oli ewa Yesu n'ogamba nti ani akuwonyezza? Ono yeeyogerera. Omuntu mukulu yeeyogerera tekwogera. So Jena ali wano ate si muntu mukulu kyokka naye alina chepe mu Luganda bagayita mayinja. Alina amayinja ajja kweyogerera. Yajjako atya, aliko atya, alowoozaako ku bantu atya, naye alina solution ku kintu kino. Sebo naawe tujja kuwa opportunity. Oli Jene eyajja namugamba nti kankukotingire mu Bayibuli waliwo omuntu gwagamba nti ono omusajja muzibu nnyo. Omusajja muzibu alonda kyatassa wansi n'akungula kyatasiga. Muzibu nnyo. Namugamba nti gwe Jene oli muzibu nnyo. Bwe bito byokola. Kakati gwe already on record oli musajja muzibu nnyo. Sikulabanko naye nkulaba nga oli musajja w'amaanyi. Naye oli muzibu nnyo kubanga olidde ebintu bya baganda bo. N'otwala ekitali kikyo. Nowa n'ebitali simanyi situation oba mu mateeka tugamba ani waliwo bw'obanga oli munnamatenga ng'oli mulalu oyinza okukola ekiraamu. Oli n'agamba nti ekiraamu ekyo kyali kifu kuba omusajja yali mulalu. Naye tugamba mu mateeka waliyo lucid moment. Waliwo moment gy'obanga oyinza okukola ekituufu. Kakati wakubadde kati tolina buyinza oboolyawo weweebeera Jene nti kozesa oboolyawo walina letters oba kyali kituufu wekiba tekyali kituufu. Families here it can say we allow the Jene to continue nabye nti on agreed terms ti oboolyawo terms between owandiise mu baluwa between the two parties naye which were the two parties, you and him over two and the family. Nabo balyako oba walyawo ekka kyotaku tujja kikendeza boba walyawo ekka bayinza okusonyiwa bayinza okugamba nti onoja naye toba muzibu nnyo leero kuba kino kyekisembayo. Nze report eno njaga that good highlight it just summarizes what is here in the report. Naye to bring about party wano sebo tulina ssatu. Tulina family eri kuba kati naawe oli wamuwa tolina letters of administration. Niyo liwanjawuloko kubanga gwobadde ovuga ekintu. Mu gavumenti state house especially kubanga ono atuula mu Luganda kinnya naki muzeeyi w'atuula. N'olwekyo state house oluusi tujawukanya ku general government kuba kiba kimpi nnyo awulira amanye ekirigenda mu maaso. Kati nammwe President beyassa wano mu district bulijjo ngamba abantu abaze mu problem omanyi tulina oba omukisa oli ne bwalwana ne mukyala wakati azigyeko ebintu ajja gye tuli. Kakati ntera nnyo biweza pa RDC ne baga nti mumanyi RDC's jurisdiction nga zinyo n'oyo omukyala oba mwami we yamugobye n'ebizibu ebyo nabyo bitunulemu. Kakati namwe mwabitunulamu. Kakati nga family tena bakwogera nono nayogera ne General n'ayogera oluvannyuma tulaba njagala tuwulire ffenna kiki kye mwali mutuuseeko mwali 10 nga kijjudde ba squatters bakuwadde empewo kubanga constitution article 237 article 8 oba olina kyapa kya liizi oba olina kya mayiro oba olina kya freehold kasita kubaako legal bona fide occupants tewali amuka security of occupants ekyo ne bagattako presidential directives nolwekyo ekyo so eyo okukisalako kyali kituufu so kati kyetulina ekisigaddewo lyettaka eryo eritaliimu bantu nga bwe balisalamu of course details of how much ziyazia lyeryo tuliko naye ettaka eryo waliwo abadde aliddukanya yoni asimwe asimwe tubuli oba olidukanya otya obadde olikuddukanya otya njagala tuyite mu byankuba tulina ogenda ku lokasi naye tetujja kulwayo kuba tujja kubabulya bubulizi kyetusazeeyo wano wafuna otya nalabye nti newazijingirira bujingirizi kyenalabye nze mu luwandiiko
Fiona came. We met, I think this time we were down there. As she put it, we went to the locus. Finally, I was told to go to Kingdom. Yes, Kingdom House. And I liked it because the heading was harmonizing.
You seem not to listen to the chair.
To what?
You're continuing without listening to me.
Okay.
I'm guiding you.
Mm.
Here, we want to settle the issue of the land.
Yes.
How it has passed under the bridge. It has been, there is a part of the land of the squatters.
Yes.
That's all. There's part of the land of the family, which has not been disputed because there's no now order of the letters of administration.
So I go along with that one?
What you submit on that.
On that one?
That's what
okay,
submit.
as the RDC...
So legally, all you need now to do is to go and write your report of your period you've been managing as administrator, and you give it to the family. And then the family, with the aid of the administrator general, will now take position either to distribute or wait until a sick, or the administrator can decide now at this point in time, I'm handling the administration.
It can also happen, you know.
So that's where we want to go.
Yes.
Now you may have been hurt by what happened in her office. You may have been hurt about what has been said by that daughter.
So I leave that one aside?
Yes.
Fine, I will leave it there. But as I told you, any truth in that one. So going back to the other one, as the RDC told you, those quotas were there. And as he put it,
I've told you,
yes.
It.
So after
Legally, you
agreeing with them that they should shift to one part so that they leave another part for the family. That was my real wish. I had to discuss, but that thing was not easy. People move today, the following day you find 10 have come.
Yes.
So what I had to look for somebody to help me, to make sure what is free remains free. Otherwise, by now, if there was nobody to make sure that place remains free, I want to assure you there would be no place to place a leave.
That person
Nothing.
in general is here.
So the very person I'm talking about is the Brigadier General Nabasa Peter Ankunda.
But let me ask, what stopped you from distributing it at that time?
You may not distribute when there is
You had
still.
good reasons, but
Yes.
I'm saying there's a question mark. But now, you didn't take that line. You did what he's going to tell us.
You want me to end there?
Yes.
It's okay.